Okay, gang, Private Jack here. Welcome to part 10 of taking an XNA model, using Blender to edit it so that you can get it into source uh, format for use in Source Filmmaker. Anyway, last episode we talked about scaling the model. Now, the reason why we scale in edit mode is simply due to the fact that if we scale the model in object mode, if I select all the objects here, and that's got the skeleton, the hair, the head, the body, and the eyes selected. If I scale this in object mode, and I'm going to make that big, what happens is my scale factors change, and I want my scale factors to remain 1. So in order to scale a model and have the scale factors stay at 1, you have to scale the model in edit mode. So if I take these scales and move them back to 1, and that's because only that object is being scaled. Okay, need his hair. Where's his hair? Come on. There it is. Hair. And his eyes. Scaling it back to 1 brings it back down to the actual place where it was before. My model is still the same size as the Scout now, and basically, yeah, that's why you scale in edit mode, so that your model will be like in proportion and your scale values stay at 1. Now, let's see, where do we want to go from here? Well, if you go into Source Filmmaker and load the Scout, HWM, takes a little while for mine to load up because I've got so many models. There we go, Scout. Here's our Scout. Put him down on the floor where he belongs. So used to moving around in Blender now that I keep forgetting what I have to do to move in Source Filmmaker. Okay, I'm going to rotate him up, put him on the floor. There we go. Okay, if I click and open up his animation set, I've got face, body, arms, fingers, legs, other, and unknown. Okay, I can make Ralph mimic this behavior so that if I try to apply the rig biped simple, it may work. And the way that I have to do that is by naming the bones the same way as an actual TF2 model is. So I'm just going to pull this off to the side. I could have brought the Scout back in and done it that way, but do I want to do that? Nah. So I'm going to select the skeleton. I'm going to right click on the model until the skeleton highlights, and then I'm going to go into edit mode. Okay, let's have a look at Ralphie here. Put him in ortho view 1, so he's face on. Come back over here into Source Filmmaker. Just scrunch this down a bit so that I can see the bones. Alright. So, not worried about the face. What I need is the bones. So BIP pelvis, that's this guy right here. That's our control bone. I'm going to make sure he's selected. Okay, I have the entire bone selected now. I'm going to come over here into bones, and I'm going to call this BIP pelvis. Now off the pelvis we have spine 0. I've called this one root hip. I'm going to call it now spine 0. BIP underscore spine underscore 0. This one here. Come on, select for me here. BIP underscore spine underscore 1. Now, as I change these bones, what I'm hoping is that the actual vertexes are changing at the same time. Okay, the vert groups. So there's BIP pelvis, BIP spine 1. The vertex group names are changing at the same time. The reason why is I have a modifier on this group that ties the vertex groups to the armature. Go to blendtoots.com and look at the tutorials. This is way above what this tutorial series is about, but naming the bones isn't. It's part of the series. So I mean, come back in here, go back into edit mode, come back into the bone structures. This one here is going to be BIP spine 2. Underscore 2. Okay, scrolling down a bit. This is the neck. BIP neck. And BIP head. Okay, coming into the arms. BIP collar left. BIP arm upper. Yeah, that'll work. What you want to do is you want to make sure you have the same number of bones as the upper arm left. Same number of bones as what the actual model has, or the valve model has. BIP lower arm. Named wrong. Need that capital A in there. BIP lower arm left. BIP hand. Hand. Left. Fingers I'm not really worried about. They can remain unknown for now. I'm just showing you basically what you have to do. But if you were going to do this, actually we'll do the left hand. Thumb. BIP. 0. Spell thumb right. Zero underscore left. Said. Damn it. Ooh, did I say that? The pen left. You have to hit enter to commit the change. Bip. 0 left. Now I should be able to select that. Copy. B 1 underscore left. Bip index 0. Rotate him a bit so I can see what I'm doing. What I did is I copied the text that I put in there. Index 0 left. Just like this. I click in, left click in this in the box. Everything's selected. Control V. Oh, wrong. Click in the box. Control C, and select the next finger. Control B, and that's 1. Next one. Control B. I want that to be middle. Hit enter to commit it. Click in the box. Control C. Select the next bone. Control V. That's 1. Next one is ring. Control B. Bip. Ring 0 left. Forgot to copy the thing, so I have to type it all in. And bip pinky. Zero. The box. Control C. Select the next one. Control B. And notice how I put a .001 there. It's because I already have a bone named pinky 0 left. Got to get rid of that. B, come back here, change that to a 1, hit the change. There we go. So that arm is now named with the naming conventions that are in the valve model. This one is, the spine is named with the naming conventions of the model. Let's do the left leg now. So this one here, leg, hip, hip, knee, foot, toe, hip, knee, foot, toe, hip, knee, foot, toe. Right. Good. This one's going to be bip, hip, left, bip, hip, left, whoops, underscore left. Oops, sorry about that. 15 minutes already. Okay, control copy. V E and it's very easy to get your orientation wrong. Looking at the model, you're looking head on to it. So right is left and left is right, yada yada yada. Don't get them confused or your model will end up going different ways than you expected. Foot left and bit toe. Come on, select in there. There we go. V toe. Okay, I'm going to leave the model like that so that when we actually get it into Source FilmMaker, you'll see what I'm talking about when we load the model up. What will happen is his left side should fall into the constraints that have been assigned to the Scout, and his right side should fall into the unknown bracket because Source FilmMaker doesn't know what these bone names mean. Okay, so with that, let's file save the work and kill off this particular session because we're coming up on 20 minutes. So until next session, Private Jack out.